Well, hello and welcome to I Love Gay today. And we have a repeat guest with us today, and we have Robin Hopkins with us. How are you, Robin?
I'm good. How are you? It's so good to be back.
Oh my God, the last time we were together, we had so much fun together.
We did. We did. I love a good interview where you end up just laughing more than actually working,
And liking the person that you've interviewed and
right?
looking forward to joining them for cocktails.
I mean, I am always looking forward to cocktails.
Speaking of cocktails, but you have a new podcast. So when we met, you were doing you did she's famous. It's If These Ovaries Could Talk. And so that was your podcast. You have a book. Rosie O'Donnell was on your show and so forth. I mean, you were like, you had a lot going on at that time.
We did. We did. It was moving like I mean, it's still moving. I'm just no longer a part of it. But
Yeah.
it was so wonderful to be talking about LGBTQ families
Yeah.
and to be talking about representation and sharing our stories out in the world. Because the reality is there's a million stories of that sort of like unattractive guy with the hot wife, and it's just what's happening in their life. And it's like so ridiculous. I mean, we don't need any more modeling of that. So it was such a nice experience to be able to do over 150 episodes. That's how many I did about LGBTQ families. It was a wonderful experience.
Now you've gone from families and all the craziness you probably learned from that, and now you have well adjusting. And
Yes.
it's let me get this right. It's like therapy meets margaritas.
Exactly. I like to say it's like I'm getting into your business and we're at a bar and we're talking, and it's just a matter of time before I'm going to ask you, like what happened with your mother. Like it's just a matter of time. So, it's like, because I really want to have those real interactions and talks with people, but
Yeah.
not in a way that's really NPR or really stilted, because I think that, what makes it fun and interesting and what makes growth not a horrible process is when you are just having fun and talking and really relating to people.
Yeah. And I mean, you know how to do that. You do it well, but now you're going to be helping people with managing stress and
That I hope
finding
so.
finding solutions in their life. But it's really going to be interesting because you've got some themes here in terms of like finding a new apartment, financial issues, but it looks like you've really got some goals set for this.
Yeah, so there's four kind of tent poles that I used, and I should say also alongside Edit Audio. It's an Edit Audio original production, and the
Yeah.
team over there is amazing. It's a queer-led production company that focuses on marginalized voices, and so they have really helped us make this podcast amazing. But
Yeah.
that said, so we focused on four areas: finance, self-help, life planning, and the workplace.
Okay.
And those all came out of a book proposal that I'm working on called Shit I Learned from My Crappy Childhood. And it's, so it's like I've been around in my day jobs, and all the young people would just end up on the couch in my desk area asking all these questions about their life, and these four areas just kind of bubbled up as what people are constantly talking about. Everything from how do I get that promotion, what if I don't want to be promoted, to like which insurance carrier should I choose, to much deeper things like I'm 50 and my finances are a hot mess, but I make enough money. Like, what's the problem here? And so, these have been just really rich, deep conversations, but like hilarious too. Like,
Yeah.
we had this woman Serena on, because there's going to be 12 episodes,
Yeah.
and Serena was talking about grief and about, she found out her mom had cancer at 10, and her mom died when she was 16. She's now in her mid 20s,
Yeah.
and she's still grieving. And and it was and she made so many jokes, but it was like a conversation that was just so intense and so lovely and funny and fun. And I know the world needs more of these conversations right now, right? Like, we've all been trapped at home with COVID. It's just it's a really wonderful time for us to be like coming back together and talking.
Yeah. But you do a great job. You really know how to, let's just say, work it on social media, but and also not only your Instagram, Twitter, and so forth, but you're also on TikTok as well. And are you going after that audience, those Gen Z kids as well?
I mean, I can't buy a fan over on TikTok. I don't know. And my 13-year-old daughter is like literally laughing at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, Maxine, these are hilarious videos. And she was like, I don't know what it is that you're doing. She's like, I don't know what videos are that you're doing. But so 9 times out of 10, like I just put up a video today, and like I do way better over on the Instagram. But I put up a video today. It was like a promo for Well Adjusting, but the whole premise was my family just laughing at me giving advice. And like that's always my filter, is just make fun of myself, have some fun. Let's not take this too seriously. And I'm not going to be like this. Well Adjusting is on Tuesday at 10. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're gonna make fun of me, and I love that. I think it's fun.
Well, we're gonna put this interview. I'm gonna put this on TikTok. We'll tag you, and we'll see if your daughter. She'll probably look at it and go, "Mom, this is what old people do."
Seriously, she'll send me these videos, and I'm just like, "What? I don't even understand what the objective of that video was. Please explain to me what the joke is, please." And I was a former stand-up, for God's sakes. Like I should be able to, figure out what is the joke in this video. You can't. I don't know what these kids are doing. I don't know what they're doing.
Our brains wired differently a long time ago.
It's so true. I'm just like, I just keep saying to her, like, what is the funny in that? And she's just like, it's not about that, Mom. I'm like, well, that's dumb. But meanwhile, then I walk in and I go, hey, listen, I just edited this together, but I'm going to really need you to get in there and do the titles. I'm like, thanks. I'm like, and anything else you need to put in there? And she's like, got it.
Oh, it's okay. I have a husband and he'll be on usually Instagram, and then he'll turn his phone and show me a meme, and, he's laughing inside about it. And I'm looking at it going, I don't get it. That's not funny. And I repeat it. Yeah. And he's so frustrated with me for the same thing. So some of us just do not get those.
So what I'm hearing is you and me at a cafe with a cocktail, like laughing at actually funny TikToks. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and in experiencing the real world while we're at it.
Right.
What a novel idea.
Go figure.
I love this. But no, this is fantastic, and I'm looking forward to it. It's October 24th, I think, that everything.
Yeah. It's that's Monday, which is like so scary. I can't even believe it's coming up Monday. And we've got, like I said, season 1 has 12 episodes. So it'll take us into January, chock full of stories. Even there's a woman who I used to work with who's talking about, is it time to get therapy? I mean, they're just all really relevant and now in interesting conversations. And I can't wait till it comes out in the world. And I'd like to tell everybody that there's a little bit of a real accredited person at the end gives some tips, because I ain't got any credits, so other than my life skills.
You make it up in passion and personality.
That's right. Well, I learned from one boss, just say it loudly. If you you say it loudly and you say it like you know what you're talking about, people will get behind you. It's really kind of crazy.
I know. We're learning that more and more, the way the world works, and how they utilize all these mediums in order to be able to affect exactly what you're saying. Oh. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna post this and have links to all your social, and also directly to the Apple Podcast link. I found that. And but mostly I'm just glad you were able to take a few moments of your time and share some of this story with our audience here.
Oh my God, me too. And I do have to say, like, if Well Adjusting isn't quite right, I'm also starting another podcast that I'm hosting for Headspace, the meditation app, and that comes out on November 1st. And that's like me with a rotating cast of meditation teachers answering listener questions, and that's called Dear Headspace. So basically, what I like to tell people is that I'm everywhere all the time. Even though no one asked me to be there, that is what I'm doing. That is my motto. I just like, oh, you don't like that podcast? I got another podcast for you.
You just invited yourself to the party.
I sure did.
Well, I look forward to connecting with you also in the real world, and we will have that cocktail together soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I love what you're out here doing, and and for highlighting and all the representation. Like it's such important work.
Well, thank you so much. And it's mutual, and I love what you do. And like I said, look forward to seeing where all this goes.
Yes. All right. More to come. Get some problems to come be on Well Adjusting. Get some problems.
Take care now.
Hello, folks. I'm Robin Hopkins, and this is Well Adjusting, where I talk to people about life stuff, but not in an NPR way, more like we're at the bar and we're having cocktails and I am getting into your business sort of way.
Oh, we love a cocktail.
Oh, and producer Steph is here too.
Oh yeah, hi, that's me.
Well Adjusting is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're listening these days.